How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to American history and political parties and administrations and the timeline in history of when people was born. I was not born under these administrations of these people that are trying to steal my mother and father's estates. You understand that? My parents weren't born under these administrations. The estates of my parents and grandparents had been estates of my family history prior to any of these government people ever being in government. So, in reference to old wealth history of America and European and international history, very important laws and very important history laws in reference to the crimes of new political parties or history of their families violating laws, even in the past, when they tried to steal my mother and father's estates. The activity of these criminals that are violating the facts of law and the Constitution and American law with their invasion of people's rights or invasion of them trespassing into people's houses or trespassing on their anatomies with their communistic activities of their socialism or conformity crimes of their administrations is treason. They are violating the history laws of America and what the laws really are in reference to politics of the American political system. I was not born under the administrations that are in office. These people tried to steal my mother and father's estates and companies and land that have been in my family history for hundreds of years. These government people and their activity of trying to steal family history of my grandparents and my mother and father and my celebrity history and, celebrity history of my grandparents too, because, in reference to the performances of, relatives of mine in the music industry and operas and dance and other history of entertainment in Europe and other places internationally, and musicians of my family history and family tree. These government people are violating the laws, and they're violating my ownership of companies and properties of my mother and father and grandparents. And that satellite man's been arching on the nose. They've been hitting me in the nose like they're trying to play Eagle Nose. And I was watching on YouTube the Eagle Eye movie because it was on YouTube just before I had to turn it off because they were hurting my nose. They were putting an arch on the nose like this, like an eagle arch. They've done that before, and that's attempted murder. My nose doesn't have that arch on it. And I don't want you touching my face or my teeth or any parts of my anatomy, government man. You need to go into court for your violations and your crimes. So, in reference to administrations and history and factual law of America and the facts of these people violating the factual law and history and the history of American royalty they're violating and European royalty, the facts of America and these government people violating my rights, these people blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, these people trying to steal the wealth of my family history. And don't forget the laws of old money, old history, old wealth, as opposed to criminals that had illegally acquired money, or they tried to play the new money wealth game of trying to steal property and land of my family history. Those people need to get prosecuted for the crimes. Role protocols in the media 24 hours a day. It's been there since I was born, plus family history and land and deeds laws, treasury laws. They just hit me in the mouth. Attempted murder every day against the government.